Installing Minecraft mods is actually really easy. I could explain how easy it is, but I'd rather just show you. The only requirements for this tutorial is having a somewhat modern desktop operating system. This tutorial will also work on the Steam Deck. You'll just have to use desktop mode at first when you're setting things up. This tutorial is going to be focused around a Minecraft launcher known as Prism Launcher. It simplifies the mod installation process a lot. You don't have to deal with any files, extract archives, or anything like that. Installing the Prism Launcher is not optional for this tutorial. PrismLauncher.org is the official website you can download it from. Press download and choose your operating system. I would recommend you download the installer instead of the portable version. On Linux machines, you can find the Prism Launcher in most distributions' package managers. You could also just install the Flatpak, which is what you'll have to do on the Steam Deck. After that's finished installing, open up the Prism Launcher. You can choose a language, pick a theme and customizations, and then you need to add a Microsoft account to play the game. The Prism Launcher is open source and it uses Microsoft to log in, so it's completely safe to sign in here. Make sure the Microsoft account that you sign in with has Minecraft purchased on it. Now that we have the Prism Launcher all set up, we can install some mods. Press the Add Instance button in the top left. I don't want to get into instances too much right now, but I'll give you a rundown because it's good to know. You can make as many instances as you want. Think of them as their own Minecraft. They each have their own worlds, resource packs, mods, and other things as well. They're all separate from each other, so you can't play a world you made on one instance in another. These are really nice because you can make your own mod packs and you don't have to delete old mods to play new mods. You can just make a new instance. Let's get back to making an instance now. In the left column of the new instance screen, you'll see different mod pack providers. You can either make your own with custom, import one from a file or URL, or download one from a platform like Modrinth or CurseForge. If you just want to download a mod pack that someone else made, you can do that here. Most of the mod packs you'll be looking for are either in CurseForge or Modrinth, but there could also be some mod packs through the other providers that you might want to play. I'm going to continue with custom so I can show you how to download mods individually. Here you can pick your game version. You can also enable older versions and snapshots with those boxes on the right, but installing mods for older versions is a different process, so I won't go over that here. You can choose a mod loader here as well. You might have to expand the window to see the different mod loaders though. How are you supposed to know which game version and mod loader to pick? You might have a mod in mind that you want to install, so we need to check what game versions and mod loaders that mod supports. I would recommend looking up your mod on either Modrinth or CurseForge. The mod I'm going to use as an example is Cracker's Witherstorm mod. Go to the Versions tab on Modrinth or the Files tab on CurseForge. This is where you can see the supported game versions and mod loaders. The mod I want to install supports multiple versions and 2 mod loaders. If you don't have a preference for which game version you want to play, I would recommend just choosing the latest one, which in my case is 1.20.1. Now I want to talk about mod loaders a little bit. The 2 big ones are Forge and Fabric, but they aren't the only ones. There's also NeoForge. You can think of NeoForge as an extended or a more up-to-date version of Forge. Right now, the community is in the process of replacing Forge with NeoForge. Since NeoForge is an extension of Forge, you can also install Forge mods onto NeoForge, just not the other way around. Fabric and Quilt also have a similar situation. Quilt is like an extension of Fabric. You can run Fabric mods on Quilt, but not the other way around. The difference is that Fabric is still very active and it doesn't look like that's changing anytime soon. Back to the mod I'm going to download. Since the 1.20.1 version supports NeoForge, I'm going to pick that. You might have some other mods in mind that you want to play with as well. For me, that's Embedium, which also supports 1.20.1 in NeoForge. If your mods don't support the same game version and mod loader, you won't be able to play with them together. Since the modding community is really big, you can probably find an alternative mod that does support your game version and mod loader. One mod that I have to recommend you install is Sodium. It's a performance mod that works with almost any other mod. Sodium is supported on any version of Fabric or Quilt, and even some newer versions of NeoForge. The Embedium mod I talked about earlier is a port of Sodium made for an older version of Forge/NeoForge. I recommend you stay away from Optifine because it tends to break a lot of mods. If you're using Fabric or Quilt, I also have to recommend Mod Menu because it adds a menu inside the game that lets you view and configure all of your mods. You don't need Mod Menu for Forge or NeoForge because this functionality is built in. Now that you've picked out a game version and mod loader, we can work on installing those mods. You don't need to download your mods from the website because we'll do it through the Prism Launcher. Back on the new instance window, choose your game version and mod loader. For me, that would be 1.20.1 for the game version and NeoForge for the mod loader. You can also set a custom icon and give your instance a name. Select your instance in the Prism Launcher and press Edit on the right side of the window. This edit window lets you view your instance's worlds, resource packs, and of course, mods. Since we're interested in installing mods, go to the Mods tab on the left. In the right column towards the top, there's a Download Mods button. When clicked, it will open a new window. In this window, you can select which platform you want to download your mods from, and you can browse and search for mods. Every mod shown here will be compatible with your instance's game version and mod loader. All you need to do is search for any mods you want to play with, click select mod for download, and do this for every mod you want to install. Once you've selected all the mods you want to download, press review and confirm. Here you can uncheck any mods you might have accidentally selected. If you see some random mods in there that you don't remember selecting, they could be dependencies. So if there's a toggle dependencies button in the bottom left of the window, you can check and see if they are dependencies by turning them on and off. Make sure you don't uncheck any of the dependencies or your game won't run. Once you press OK, all of your selected mods will be installed. In the Mods tab of this Edit Instance window, you can see all the mods you have installed. You can enable or disable your mods here without deleting them. There's also a Check for Updates button that will automatically update all of your mods to their latest version. You can also change a mod's version or delete mods from here. You can launch the game either from this edit window or back on the main screen. The game should start without any trouble. If it doesn't work for any reason, you might have mods that are incompatible with each other, so try removing some of them and see if that fixes your problem. There's not much else to say other than have fun.